I'll knock Dustin out inside 60 seconds. I like Dustin. I think he's a good fighter. He's even a great fighter, you know, but great is still levels below me.
If you would like more videos made on the Conor McGregor vs Dustin Porier fight, then be sure to show this by smashing the like button.
I've been listening to laughter all my career. They've been laughing. What, an Irishman win a Cage Warriors world title? Hell no. You serious? An Irishman? An Irishman win a fight in the UFC? Hell no. Laughs all around. Laughter all around at the Joker. Then the Joker goes and wins the world title. Now he wants to win a second world title. More laughter. The sound of laughter and the sound of doubt motivates me. That's what's going to drive me to the gym when I need to go to the gym and to put in that work to get that win. So that's where we're at right now.
What do you think they'll say about you in 50 years?
You know, I'm not quite sure what they'll say about me. They'll probably just say I'm a young kid who showed up when he said he was going to show up. And that's it.
Thank you for joining me once again here on Keenan K TV. In today's video, I would like to take a closer look at the mental warfare side of things going into the Conor McGregor vs Dustin Porier rematch fight. How much weight will it hold come fight night, and what kind of results will we get? Thank you for joining me once again. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss out on future uploads. With that being said, let's jump right into it. The notorious Conor McGregor is known to get inside the head of his opponents and make them agitated and very frustrated with his remarks. That said, how do most opponents deal with that inside the ring, and what kind of a burden is it for most of these competitors when they are going up against McGregor? When it comes to mental warfare, most of the time it can be brushed aside as simple trash talking, but more importantly is planting the seed within the mind of your opponent. To be able to consciously implement and highlight a focus of the opponent, you then take their focus away of what they know they can do well and bring it back to something they know they are not good at. Now, it all starts with the first Conor McGregor vs Porier fight. I'll be sure to make another video breaking that fight in particular down into very great detail, so be sure you stay tuned for that one. But the key points that I can take away from that fight is the fact that Conor McGregor, time in and time out, was able to state that Dustin Porier at that time was unable to sustain massive blows and stay on his feet, getting knocked down occasionally and frequently in most of his competitive featherweight contests.
His chin is deteriorating. Every single contest he gets in, he hits one knee. A gust of wind and he does the chicken dance. Coming up against me, that's not going to be good. You know, I'm going to crack him with a jab and he's going to wobble and I'm going to put him away early. It's going to be a first round KO, mark my words.
Now, coming into their fight, Conor McGregor definitely made sure that he will be the fighter to always come forward and remind him that he indeed is the fighter who packs the bigger punch and he's not afraid to put Porier's chin to the test. And when the night of the fight came, Conor McGregor fought in the way that Dustin Porier expected him to come out. But the most important thing in the way McGregor fights is that it was going to be highlighting the weakness of Dustin Porier. McGregor, being a powerful striker, made Dustin Porier believe that he would not want any part of a flush connection onto his chin, for such a significant hit could bring with it serious repercussions. So when Conor McGregor immediately came forward and established a great range with his kicks, as soon as the fight came into a boxing range and the two were able to exchange, you could immediately see that even though Dustin Porier and McGregor both connected flush, their immediate reactions tell a completely different story. If we take a look at Conor McGregor, his focus is sharp, his attitude is strong, remaining confident and coming forward, whereas Dustin Porier immediately, even after connecting, bounces out and takes the first step backwards, immediately taking the outside and distancing himself from the fire. But Conor McGregor is not just a fire, he is a flame, and as soon as he connected with the left hook that staggered him, the fight was pretty much a foregone conclusion.
This one here, we exchange left hooks. Boom. But look, he wobbles. Look at him. He's like Bambi.
When it comes to Conor McGregor, you may think that wow, at some point, his mental warfare must outshine his skill, which is the furthest thing from the reality. The reality is this: even though the trash talking holds a significant weight in the fight, for the most part, the skills will always pay the bills. And having all of that trash talk and that seed planted in the head of their opponent is just an additional bonus to make things lighter for yourself. But make no mistake about it, all the hard work and all the heavy lifting that Conor McGregor had to do, he had already done, making himself a more complete and better striker than Dustin Porier. He was not only able to physically shut down Dustin, but also mentally. And as soon as the mental switch was there, the fight was over. And so we are now entering the rematch between Dustin Porier and Conor McGregor. What McGregor did in the first fight will have to carry weight in the second fight. Dustin Porier knows what can happen if he's not sharp, if he's not aware. If he starts to lag around and not be focused, he can get clipped and dropped and finished. He has already been through that crushing defeat once, so he surely would not want to have that happen to him again. But that is where the real question lies, and this is an answer only time will tell. But there are, in my opinion, two ways it can go. For one way, we can have Dustin Porier, who in the fight can completely forget about what happened in the first fight. He can detach his emotions from everything that happened previously, all the bad things that happened in his career, all the uncertainties, everything that he has that is a bad negative thought, he can completely put on the side and focus on the brutal task that lies ahead and just commit to that. Or he can put a very big emphasis on not wanting to let what happened in the first fight happen again. And as a result of that, he can freeze up, he can get stifled, and he cannot perform optimal to what he really wants to be like in the ring. Now, I've seen interviews where Dustin Porier, in my opinion, has attained a very great and positive mindset to this fight. He's not looking at it as revenge, getting him back. He's simply looking at it as another fight that he has to commit his life to and come out as the winner. And in my opinion, that is a very great way for Dustin Porier to look at it. However, as soon as the big first connection hits, and as soon as Dustin Porier is in that ring, could it be natural that his doubts start to kick in right then and there? Could it be natural that he gets frozen up and McGregor's devastating knockout blows will settle in and put him away? Or could it be when his body gets put in the position to make the decision of fight or flight, that it will choose to fight back and fight back effectively? These are all things that in the end, time will tell the answer to. For now, I believe that both Conor McGregor and Dustin Porier have a great mindset leading into their fight. Conor McGregor does not seem to be overconfident, and he does not seem to be undermining the skills of Dustin Porier. And Dustin Porier doesn't seem to be calling back on the first fight as a fluke, as he definitely knows what he did wrong in that fight, which resulted him to get better ever since that fight, and a better version of Dustin Porier is always a good thing. Will he be able to fight a perfect fight come fight night and defeat the notorious Conor McGregor and launch himself into superstardom as every single opponent who has beaten Conor McGregor has done? Or will he once again come up short against the notorious one? In time, we will know the truth. For now, I have been Keenan from Keenan KTV, signing off. Later.